Hey, what's happening? I'm John Boy Mephistigo. This is Steady Sipping TV. Grind or star, bitch. Well, I just finished watching the Michael Jackson verdict on Netflix. Who Netflix? We already knew what this was going to be about. But before we get into that, this is Steady Sipping TV. So, John Boy, what are you drinking on tonight? Well, thanks for asking. I'm sipping on Sansang Giovese. It's some Ancora from Italy. Let's look at this thing. Boom. I'm drinking out of a deep water vineyard. This is out of Guatemala Island. This is where I live at. Well, it's around the area. I'm drinking out of this tumbler. Let's see what this is about. As if I don't know. I've been sipping while I was watching the Michael Jackson verdict. We gonna get to that though. Well, let's take a drink. How bitches? Yeah, let's give it a standing out. Let's give it a standing out. I'm enjoying it. It's a dry red wine. It's an imported wine. Don't look for something if you're a Boone's Farm or a white Zinfandel Dale type of person. This ain't the one for you. It's a little bit bougie, if I must say. But we already knew when we seen the Netflix was coming out with this Michael Jackson The Verdict. We already knew what it was gonna be about. Netflix, this was some you made Mike look real bad. I mean, there's some dirty journalism. But as a journalist myself, I really appreciate the journalism that they did. I mean, they really got their depth with all this. And we already know what they're going to do. Let's talk about Michael, the movie that was just released this spring. Right now, it's at almost 9 million, 900 million. It's at like 899 million right now. Whew, let's give it up for that right there. Let's give it up. I seen the movie twice. I really, really enjoyed the movie. I went and seen the IMAX first because I'm a big Mike fan, so I had to see it in the IMAX in all its splendor. And then, shout out Barbara, my sister, Sissy, Miss BJ, she get down. She had a ticket that she wasn't even using. She had a rain check for the ticket. Took full advantage of it. Matter of fact, I seen two movies off that rain check. They didn't take my ticket, so I had to go back to watch Michael with the other ticket. And I enjoyed it even better. I have to say I enjoyed it even better. The first time I was just in awe and watching this, and I was just really into the production. I'm really heavy in the production though, and I was like, whoa. Instead of getting into the story, I was into the production. Like, wow, I'm really looking at Michael right now. No, you're not, you big dummy. You're looking at Jafar. It was that. It was just that big. Joe Jackson, Nia Long, you did a really good job. You was just too sexy to be Catherine. No disrespect, but he was just too sexy, Nia, for that role. But I enjoyed watching it. You played a really good role. Let's give it up for Nia Long. How about that? Every character, I thought wholeheartedly that that's who I was looking at, and then had to remember, you big dummy, you in this bitch. You been smoking before you came in this bitch, so your mind would take you that way. Probably if you're not even smoking or drinking, whatever. But let's get back to Netflix. I just finished watching the 3-part documentary. It's called Michael Jackson: The Verdict, and I'm telling you, by the second episode, Mike's my man. But man, they was doing him real dirty. And I called my homeboy before I seen the third episode. He was like, "John, it's just that all the editing. It's all the editing to make it look like that." But wow, everything they had was pretty convincing. That even I was on the fence at a couple points, and I was like, "Wait a minute." And then it got to the third episode, and what I loved about it was you had the defense, and the defense got to tell their side, other than the prosecutors, because you know it was the prosecutors is going to make them look dead ass guilty. But the defense had to break it down and show what their defense was, and they really didn't have a leg to stand on. They really didn't, other than words from people. There was no physical evidence as far as they checked the bed for blood, DNA, semen, whatever. Mike was so rich that he could have just changed and just burnt and got different linen every day or a different bed every day. But I don't feel like that he was doing nothing like that. They didn't have anything like that. They found a library full of pornography. This what got me right here to say this motherfucker right here, without a shadow of doubt, he innocent because criminals get sloppy. I know I was a criminal. I got sloppy. I went to jail. Criminals get too comfortable and sloppy. Like, okay, I'm good. When they checked out his library videotapes, as far as pornography went, it was always just heterosexual sex. Oh, everything was just heterosexual sex. Now, I think let's not even get into child pornography. I think if you was just a freak as far as gay sex, trans or hermaphrodites, whatever, you would have some porno of that. If not just in a magazine, a videotape, but it'll be on your hard drive. None of that was found. Nothing but straight sex, man and a woman. They didn't say nothing about no threesome, anything like that. Not at all. And just like I said, criminals get sloppy when they think, oh, I got away with this long. There will be some evidence of that. Now, so if there's no gay sex, they really went in there and looked for child pornography. Guess how many child pornography videos and photos that they found? Not one motherfucking thing. Nothing. 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 Hey, look, man. That should tell you a whole lot. If this guy doesn't have any kind of porn other than heterosexual porn, that should tell you a whole motherfucker lot. A lot of motherfuckers will say this and say that, but where's the proof? You will find some proof in anything. You will look a little deeper. You'll find something. It might be something you don't want to find. That's happened quite a few times, and I guess your life, or it happened in my life, but I need to find it. But anyway, that right there told me the rap right there. I went to the third episode, the third and final episode, and the jurors was there was like they just couldn't say that this what happened. They wanted to quit. It was like we're not throwing this out. You guys need to come up with he did it or he didn't do it. Whatever. They couldn't do it. There was not enough evidence, especially when you have the different assailants that didn't say that this happened. Just like this never happened. Macaulay Culkin. You have the little dancer guy. Can't remember his name right now, but you guys, if you follow the Mike story, you know the little dancer guy. He said that never happened, but then years later, he did say that happened. Trying to get some money. I mean, at the time he was on top, you fall, you trying to reach and grab anything you can grab just to come back up. And that's what I think he was grabbing on. Because there's no evidence at all. You have people saying this, and you have people saying that. People say a lot of things about me. People say a lot of things about you. How much of it is true? What are they trying to gain from you? So that's what I thought about this Netflix documentary. This let me get another drink of water. Hold up. Wet my whistle just a little bit. Yeah, it's wet now. But that's what I thought about this Netflix documentary, Michael Jackson the Verdict. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought about it. They did try to do Mike really dirty. It was such a great movie that just came out. They really tried it, and it was expected too. I thought it was expected. When I seen it came out, I was like, oh, they knew when the dropping time for the movies were gonna come out. Like we seen trailers for months on top of months. Meanwhile, Netflix said we gonna capitalize off this thing. We'll get our own documentary together and let's drop that. And you know what? We fell for it. We fell for it. I had to see it. I had to see the documentary to see what Netflix want to put on it. I already knew it was gonna be throwing some dirt in his face. But anyway, that's what I thought about the Netflix documentary. I know I'm keep fucking up. I've been drinking too much of this wine, but this is Steady Sipping TV, baby. Pal bitches. I'm John Boy Memphis Stegall, and I'm out. Peace.